Your answer to this one interview question can be the difference between "we'll be in touch" and "when can you start?" Many candidates fumble the "why should we hire you" question. Very often they give generic answers or just repeat their resume or can even sound pretty unsure of how to answer this question. When a hiring manager asks, "Why should we hire you?" what they're really thinking is, well, I've met a lot of candidates. Why you? What makes you any different from the rest? This question is really your chance to deliver a clear, confident, persuasive case for why you're the obvious choice. You have to separate yourself from the rest of the pack. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to think about and approach this question so you can give a powerful, memorable answer without sounding real scripted. This isn't about delivering the perfect line. It's about delivering a clear, credible, and compelling argument for why you're the right person for the job. Let's talk about how to exactly do that. Before we dig in, my name is Doug, and I've helped thousands of people land jobs and build careers that they love. Be sure to check out the link in the description where you can find out how to get my fast track job search bootcamp and a free 7-day job kickstart as my gift from me to you. I also offer some limited one-on-one coaching services, and you can find out more information about that at my website. I'll leave a link in the description. So first of all, what is this question really after? When they ask, "Why should we hire you?" they're not looking for cliches or for you to try to flatter them with how great it would be to work with them. What they're really asking is, do you really truly understand what the job requires? Can you do it and do it well? Can you solve their problems? Are you different or better than the other candidates? Are you confident in your own value? And can you make it easy for them to picture you in this job, doing this job? Think of this as your closing argument. You've spent the whole interview giving different pieces of the puzzle. This is where you put the picture all together for them. If you can clearly connect their needs with your strengths and do it with confidence, you're going to make their decision a whole lot easier. Before I give you a bit of strategy, let me clear out some traps that people can tend to fall into as candidates. Let's talk about those. The first mistake is just repeating your resume. I've seen people do this. As you can see from my resume, and then they go on to just reiterate what they've already talked about on their resume. They already know that. They just want to hear from you, not a repeat of what's on your resume. The second mistake is being really vague, like, "I'm a hard worker, I'm a team player, I'm passionate." Everyone will say this, and none of this differentiates you. The third mistake is sounding unconfident or uncertain. This is not the time to shrink back. If you sound sheepish, you'll sound like you don't believe in yourself. And finally, the fourth mistake is taking too long to get to the point. If you meander all through your life story, they're going to tune you out. This answer needs to be tight and structured and confident. So how do we structure an answer to this question? Instead of memorizing the perfect answer, use this 3-part framework as a mental blueprint that you can adapt to any role. First, start with their needs. Show them that you understand what they're looking for. Reference the job description or, what you've been discussing in the interview up to this point, because this makes it clear that you've been listening and you understand what's important to them. And you're not just giving them a canned answer. Maybe it's growth, maybe it's efficiency or leadership, or they're looking for someone with client relations, or they really need some innovative ideas. When you respond, open by referencing these priorities. This instantly positions you as someone who gets it and isn't just reciting their strengths that they may have with, something that's little to do with what they're after. Next, highlight 2 or 3 strengths or traits that genuinely give you an edge, specifically strengths that align with their needs. Don't just list your skills. Build a unique framework of your value. What do you deliver that others may not? Where have you made a measurable impact? What accomplishments or activities from your past align with what they need? When you speak like this, keep it tight. You're not giving a long monologue here. You're drawing a clear line from what they need to what you bring. And finally, close it up strong. This is where you make it easy for them to visualize you in that role, making a difference. Speak in terms of outcomes, not duties. Not, I'm good at managing projects, but rather, that's why I'm confident that I can hit the ground running and help drive you fill in the blank, whatever that result is. Or this is exactly where I've delivered strong results before, such as fill in the blank. And I'd love to do that here. Notice this isn't a script, it's a mindset. You're not reciting, you're positioning yourself. Here's the secret. The best answers to why should we hire you don't sound memorized because they're anchored in real clarity. You don't need to memorize every word. Instead, simply prep these three things. Pick 2 to 3 clear strengths or qualities that align with the job. Have a few real, concise stories or facts in your back pocket that demonstrate those strengths, and be ready with a short, strong line that leads them to believe that you fit. Once you have those, you can adapt your answers in the moment. That's how you sound natural and not robotic. Before we wrap it up, here's a few pro tips to help elevate your answer. First, you've got to know your value. Don't apologize for it. This isn't arrogance, it's clarity. If you don't advocate for yourself, no one will. Next, tailor your answers, don't generalize. The sharper your message is to their needs, the more persuasive that you're going to be. And third, be confident in your body language and your tone. Of course, words matter, but how you deliver them can often matter even more. And finally, keep it tight, about 60 to 90 seconds. Think of it like your commercial spot, concise and memorable. Why should we hire you? Isn't a trick question. It's your chance to close the sale. You don't need to deliver a rehearsed speech. You need to clearly understand what they care about, position your value with confidence, and close strong. Get this right, and you won't just answer their question, you'll leave them remembering you. While you're here, drop a comment down below and tell me how your job search is going. I'd love to hear about your experience. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you'd like a step-by-step system to help you navigate your job search, check out my Fast Track Job Search Bootcamp. I'll leave a link down in the description. I'll also leave a link to my 7-day job search kickstart. It's my free gift from me to you.